Welcome to Girl Dad Podcast. I am Scott O'Neill with my incredible daughter,
Lexi.
my oldest and wonderful,
Maybe favorite.
currently working at the NBA,
In fact.
doing some damage, having fun.
Indeed.
We're going to talk about a lot of things today.
Yes, we
We've got
are.
a full plate. It's a pretty exciting time of year.
It is. It's the busiest time of year. Literally the craziest.
It gets very hectic.
But the weather has felt like summer the last 2 days, and I feel like whole again.
Yes, we're of course in the Northeast.
Northeast. We're
Philadelphia,
here.
New York.
Back in the home stew.
Back in the home studio. We've got NBA finals. We've got NHL finals. We have Live Golf Virginia.
Yep.
What could be better than those three?
Honest. Eliza's graduation.
And Eliza's graduation.
Yeah. Eliza. My youngest sister, my baby, is graduating high school. And it's the weirdest thing ever.
We're about to become empty nesters here too.
Yeah, that is.
And we've been told that we're not allowed to celebrate it or talk about being excited about it. So I am not. Anywho.
Wait, can you say the happiness thing that you said earlier?
What happiness thing?
The happiness scale that you read about like adults.
This isn't mine. This is Dr. Brooks. He's the most famous expert on happiness. And Lisa and I went to it was actually my HBS reunion in Boston.
So cool.
And he spoke. And the first thing he did was he drew a big chart on the wall. And it was about happiness. So he's behind us. He says, okay, you meet the love of your life, you get married. It's the high point. Then you have children. They become teenagers. Okay. They go to college. They move back in. And so that's why we have a one-way door policy in the O'Neill house for the O'Neill girls.
Indeed we do. As good as my pitch was for us to be roomies.
Oh, it was so good. It just never happened.
It just never happened. I am still trying, to be honest. I think it'd be so much fun.
I have a lot of friends where the children have moved back in.
And they probably have the best time ever.
None of them say it's a great experience. Not one person.
But think how fun we would have.
Okay, let's dive right in here. NBA Finals, Game 1.
Oh my goodness.
Halliburton does it again.
Bro, he
might go down as the most clutch player in the history of the NBA playoffs.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, he very well could. I said Thunder in 4. That was my prediction.
I saw a stat that said of the clutch shots he's had to make in the playoffs, he's made 13 of 16.
That is, you know why I love that so much?
He doesn't get the respect that he deserves. That's why I love it.
Exactly what I was going to say. Because he was voted on the players poll most underrated player.
Most overrated player.
Oh, sorry, that's what I meant. Most overrated player.
Yeah. And you know who your favorite player is.
Look at him now. Who?
Shea. You talk about him all the time.
I know. Shea is my favorite player.
Right.
And Shea's going to carry us through, and we're going to take the dub.
Because I think OKC's a better team. But what I like about Indiana is the best player on the best team usually wins. Yeah. So it comes down. So
is who's better, Tyrese or Shea?
Didn't have one lead the entire game.
Yeah.
Except for 0.3 seconds left in the game. And my good friend Taylor Gooch, season ticket holder for OKC Thunder, and incredible golfer on Live.
Incredible golfer.
Broke his heart.
Oh, I'm sure. Was he there?
No.
Oh yeah, Live.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was a heartbreaker for sure. That's crazy. I think the Thunder are still gonna pull it out. It's so fun because I feel like both teams have such like an interesting style of play. So seeing them I don't know, that's why I love the Thunder, because I love they're just scrappy youngness.
They're
whatever.
really good. And then we've got the NHL playoffs going. We got Florida, Edmonton.
Yep. I honestly couldn't have even told you if that's
what it is.
I know it's embarrassing.
You're such an NBA head. I used to be like that. And then I got into hockey and I fell in love with it. So did
I
you.
don't even know.
Quit.
I know.
But Connor McDavid is amazing. Edmonton has a 1-0 lead. They're up 3-2 right now in this game.
Wow.
They're
Oilers and who?
Florida Panthers. That's unbelievable.
I know, it's embarrassing. Let's get into the dad advice of the week, okay? The question for this week is, how do you stand up for yourself when you're scared? Whether it's to friends, whether it's to your boss, whether it's to whatever, someone not treating you well, whatever it is, how do you stand up for yourself?
Yeah, complicated question, not knowing the specifics. But I will say that I think that courage comes from inner strength and confidence. And I think if you have inner confidence, you're so less concerned what other people think and what other people say.
Very true.
And you're so focused on what you're trying to accomplish, it makes it a lot easier. It doesn't really answer your question, because if you're not confident and if you're on your heels, and the person makes you feel badly about yourself, and you're not confident around that person, you're going to be put in a bad spot. And so we talk about things quite a bit, like, put yourself around people who lift you up.
Totally.
Now, sometimes we're in a situation where you're at a job and you don't have a lot of mobility, you have no freedom, and the person is dragging you down every day. Well, it's time to get the resume together and start, looking for another opportunity.
Totally.
Because you have to put yourself in a position where people are rooting for you and smile when you come in the door and are excited and are celebrating your strengths, maybe giving you feedback on some of the things you have to work on, of course. But you want someone who a horse you can ride.
Yeah, I absolutely love that. That's great. That's really, really good. We're going to start doing a weekly golf segment because, I obviously don't know that much about golf, but I'm learning and I know a lot. I don't know a lot, but I know some. So I thought it'd be fun.
What is par? What does par hole mean?
Par. So if you go under par, then it means.
What does par mean?
Okay. That's a hard one. Or par means the number of hits, strokes until it gets in the hole that you should make.
Yes.
So then if you go -1 under par, then that means you got less than 3 if 3's par.
Okay. So if there's a hole that's par 4, so most holes are par 4.
Okay.
They're par 4s, par 5s,
Wait,
par
does
3s.
it depend on the hole or does it depend on the course?
How hard the hole is.
So every course is different.
Yes.
Okay, golf keeps it interesting.
Dad fail number 9,463, ladies and gentlemen.
But you're teaching me now.
Yeah.
25 is
so we know what a
perfect
birdie is. So if the par is 4 on the first hole, what score would you have to get to birdie?
3.
Yes. How about eagle?
2.
How about bogey?
1.
No. 5. Hole in one is 1.
Sorry. I don't know how this just happened. Okay, duh. Hole in one is 1. Right. I knew that. Bogey means you get it 1 over par.
1 over. Yeah.
Wait, but so those words are the same for everything.
Yes.
So it's like if par is 5 and you get a bogey,
you have a 6. Oh. Yeah.
So okay.
Right. This is good.
Okay.
We're
that's
learning.
Good. That is great. So you played in the Pro-Am.
With the Honey Badger, my dear friend, the Honey Badger.
Love it.
Yes, he's.
And did you win?
We did not. And I played with Kevin Dillon,
So
Johnny
cool.
Drama. You don't know who he is, do you?
He's an actor.
Johnny Drama was in Entourage. He's been in so many movies. His name is Kevin Dillon. He's hilarious.
Love it.
And he has a famous scene in Entourage where he hits the shot. He's like, victory! So the whole time I was trying to do victory, I have him on video doing it.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
But like half-hearted because he didn't hit a good shot, so he was mad he hit a bad shot. And then
That's so
funny. And in the Pro-Am, we played with 2 pros.
That's
9
right.
holes each.
It was Dustin.
Patrick Reed for the first 9.
And
Dustin Johnson.
Oh my gosh, I love both of them.
Incredible.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, and Patrick Reed helped me quite a bit on my swing.
Really?
Yeah.
You're feeling better coming out of
Yeah. I played as well as I could play.
Good for you.
It was really fun.
That's amazing.
So we finished in 3rd, tied for 3rd.
Oh, wait, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's what
out
I
of
thought.
so many.
Well, not that many.
Well, it doesn't matter. Everything's subjective.
Let's not quabble over the details. But no, we were thrilled. It was great. And we had a lot of fun. The thing about Pro-Ams, I was on a panel. We have this, it's called the Green Room, where we bring a lot of VIPs together and we have a panel of players.
I saw that. It looks so
the Green Room's
cool.
amazing.
Yeah.
And Louis, one of our captain of Stingers, South African, amazing player, incredible pedigree. One of the guys asked, because we would go to Q&A, and the guy said, tell us what it's like to play with amateurs who aren't very good. And he said, it was the greatest line. It's like, look, here's a quick rule. If you have an 8, just pick up, put the ball in your pocket. Okay? And he's like, secondly, like, there's nothing worse than a 23 handicap trying to impress me. He's like, I played with Tiger Woods. You will not impress me. I thought it was so funny.
That is so good.
And I'm not very good. So my rule of thumb is I play with quick pace and a lot of etiquette. And so those are the 2 things that can get you through.
Okay.
But Pro-Ams are so fun.
Yeah, that's
They're
so fun.
Yeah.
Would you say it's your favorite part of like a tournament weekend?
It's one of my favorite parts because I get real one-on-one time with players.
Yeah.
Which
I love
I love
that.
to engage them. I have either a team breakfast or a team dinner as well. But that there's something special about being on the
With
court.
just you and the players.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
that.
It's really nice. And then
That
the green
is
room
so
is
cool.
fantastic. The food for VIP thing is really fun.
I'm so excited to experience the green room. I
Yeah.
can't believe that I haven't yet.
Yeah, it's a fantastic
Yeah,
experience.
no, that's so great.
Yeah, but yeah, no, that's our golf segment of the week.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
love it, love it. Also, this week you met my crush.
I did.
So what'd you think?
I loved him. He was wonderful.
He's awesome.
I thought you were a little extra, like a little much around him.
What do you mean?
We didn't talk about this. I was trying to get
No,
to
we
it.
didn't talk about
I didn't wanna do
this is
I
raw
know,
reaction.
I know. I didn't want to do this on camera. But,
Okay,
but
let's
since
hear
we're
it.
already on.
Let's hear it. Let's
No,
get
I just
into
think
it.
like, I think he's a really nice guy.
Yeah,
He's hardworking.
Yeah.
He's smart.
yeah.
He's like industrious. He treats you well. You know, I mean, he's checking all the boxes. He's local, which is helpful. He's in sports. That's fun. But I thought you were like, you know, and I just think you got to chill or you're going to scare him off.
Oh my God.
Like, chill out.
I'm not gonna scare him off.
No, you will if
No,
you get
I
all
will
like
not.
crazy like that. No.
Was like being crazy?
Yes.
But like normal crazy, like my normal self crazy?
No, like,
I was being crazy.
you know, I'm like, what the heck?
I'm gonna tell him to not watch this
No,
episode.
you told your mother.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I was like, Lisa, you gotta talk to her.
Bruh.
So I'm not saying anything. Yeah.
No
But
way.
I liked him a lot, but you have to be more normal.
Okay, I need to. You always say I need to be more chill.
Yes.
Yeah, I need to play more
Pro
chill.
tip.
Pro.
Or he's gonna run for the hills. That dude to be running. Like
That's
he's a
dad
surfer.
advice
I'm like,
number
that
2.
dude is gonna paddle out and never paddle back.
Oh my God. That
No, I liked him a lot. He was good. Second time I met him, obviously. We
yeah,
had dinner in New
yeah,
York. Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah, duh. I
Flipping the
forgot
game.
about that. Yeah, that was awesome. Which I'm wearing.
Go.
Rip, but
New York forever.
sad.
Is that my did you take that out of my closet?
No,
You're on.
no, this is the one that I
All
brought.
right.
I swear.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
I swear this is how we can twin though.
Nick's fire tips.
Wait, why didn't we twin?
We should have. Nick's
Next
fire
week.
tips.
I know.
Yeah.
Are they gonna hire Jay Wright?
Wouldn't that be fun?
Bro, that would be so
Wouldn't that be fun?
exciting. What do you think about that fire?
It's always hard when coaches get fired. This was the ones you know.
Yeah.
And he had a good run. But there is a rhythm in the NBA where good coaches get fired and they run through. They did what they could do with that team. I'm not saying this happened with him. I'm not close enough to the situation.
Yeah.
But they clearly were looking for a little boost, a little change, and maybe they want to like
Right.
play 9 guys, and Tibbs is always going to play 7. So who knows? Who knows what
Yeah,
was behind it?
totally.
Go New York, go New York, go. I hope it was the
Absolutely.
right move. And you know what? Tibbs is such an extraordinary coach. Don't cry for him. He'll find a wonderful landing spot somewhere.
Absolutely.
He's a great coach, and he's done extraordinarily well everywhere he's been.
Absolutely.
And no surprise there.
Yeah, I love that. I love
and
that.
a great human being too.
Oh, that's great. Okay, I wish the best for him. So, like we said, it's graduation week. It's Eliza's graduation. Today we had a night of ceremonies, of awards dinner. That was
Turned into
so
a dance
cute.
party.
That turned into the funnest dance party
Okay.
ever. You already know that the O'Neills were the last people on the dance floor. Like, I think that they kept the music going because it was literally the 3 of us just on the dance
That's fun.
floor. It was so cute. Dad was being such an Instagram dad. He was like standing up on the chair,
Yeah.
taking pictures. It was so cute.
I was on the dance floor too, killing it.
Oh yeah, you were killing
On
it.
stage?
First parent there. Yeah, Dad got up on the
Okay.
stage. It was lit. And then we had the chapel, which was so cute. That was just, they like read some stuff. I couldn't keep it together.
And a nice dinner.
Yeah, the dinner was great.
Yeah.
Even for me, I could actually eat. It was great. But yeah, and so tomorrow's the actual graduation. Eliza's graduating, and oh boy, it has been emotional.
It has been. And I got asked to do the graduation speech.
And Dad is giving the graduation speech.
Yeah.
So
Which is part amazing and part awful. Because
yeah,
you just want to enjoy it. Although it's such, like, this place has given our family so much.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know, I coached state championship team there.
Yep.
Go Redhawks. Your mom coached the cheerleaders.
Yeah.
Cheer team.
Yeah.
So and we know the kids. We love the kids.
Everyone.
This house has been littered with Pennington kids for the last 8 years.
Yeah,
You know,
we-
so
so
every
we get
weekend is
emotional
teaming
now.
with kids, and it's
Right.
just fun.
There's always like 10 kids sleeping over.
And we just order
like
food,
all the time.
and lay out the air mattresses, and it's just It's so fun.
It's so.
So yeah, so I think I don't get as sentimental as you guys.
I know. Now I'm gonna cry.
But I might get emotional tomorrow because and I'm proud of her. I'm so grateful for the school.
I know.
So a good opportunity.
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing. And I don't want to brag, but I'm the only person who
You are the only
who
person
has read his speech.
You're the only person I've seen it.
And it's so good. And I think that the lessons that he gives can be applicable to whether you're graduating high school, whether you're graduating college, whether you're going on to a new chapter in your life, a door is closing, anything. So I asked if he would give the points. Yes, a little preview of his points.
Okay, I'll do them relatively quickly.
Okay, yeah.
First one, I'm going to start with a thing I do. I open a lot of talks this way.
Okay.
Is I always say, get out your phone. And everybody says you're going to put your phone away. And I say, no, hold up your phone. And then I say, go to text. And text, I usually say your mom. I'm not sure if I'm going to go with your mom or somebody who helped you on this journey.
Yeah.
But I want everyone in the audience.
Someone who helped you on this journey would be cute for the grad.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah.
See, we're making it better right now. And just take 30 seconds. And so I talk about that being lesson number 1 is that gratitude is a superpower. And you've got to start every day. The first time you pick up your phone in the morning, spend 30 seconds and send a note of gratitude, love, or appreciation to somebody.
Absolutely.
I am going to use the, this is kind of, I'm going to say, I've got like 6, 7 lessons. So I know none of the parents will get it, but every kid will get that.
Oh, you're so ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it subtly too and like wait and see if there's a reaction. So I think that'll kill.
Yeah, you got to give it.
That's like my only joke. And the other thing is I played the whole thing straight except for that one. 6, 7 lessons.
I will include a clip tomorrow.
If I pull that off.
You're going to pull it off and it's going to crush.
Okay, so that's the first one. The second lesson is that you own your mental health.
Love.
So your parents don't own it. The school doesn't own it. Your friends going out don't own it. Whatever you see on Instagram, not getting into the school you want doesn't own it. Your college roommate doesn't own it. You own your mental health, and it starts with habits. Do something for your mind, something for your body, something for your soul every day.
Get the right amount of sleep.
Right amount of sleep. Eat
Practice
right.
Gratitude.
Yeah.
Eat right, be where your feet are.
Be where your feet are. Put your phone down, get your head up.
Yeah.
I know you've heard me say it.
It's iconic. It's iconic.
But it doesn't, you don't have to use that formula, but you better have a formula. You better intentionally have a formula.
I love that.
So that's lesson number 2. Lesson number 3 is one of my favorites, is be a charger and be around people who are chargers. Do you know that you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time around?
I love that. So
you better figure out who you spend time with. Like who your boss is, who your crush is, who your friends are, who your roommate is. Like, and make sure those people are lifting. They're lifting you. They're lifting the collective average. Yeah. And then there's this notion of just being a positive force in the world. Yeah. And I think I lead into this by saying something like, have you ever been stressed about your phone going out of batteries? Have you ever started scrambling looking for a charger? Well, you have to be a charger too. And so it's this notion of it's gonna. I have to deliver it right, but we'll see. But this whole thing is just be the light, be the charger.
I love that.
That's number 3. Number 4, never ever be outworked. I give a couple examples in here which I like a lot. Like I was in Mexico City. I'm on a driving range. I'm trying to get better at golf for real. Like I'm no joke. Like I'm actually committing. I'm getting better.
Yeah, you're killing it.
I'm not killing it.
Your progress is insane.
No, I'm so much better than I was, but I'm still bad. And so I know I have to get better. No, but it's steps.
Progress.
Steps,
exactly.
Trust the process.
Yeah.
But we have to work.
Right.
It's like with my dear friends. I have a strong faith, but when they're like, I just prayed about it, I was like, yeah, pray and then get up and work. Like I'm all for a good prayer. I love prayer. I pray. I'm very spiritual, but
prayer's
you have
awesome.
to work.
Absolutely. You got to make it happen.
The big guy will help you, but you
but not
put yourself in a position.
Not if you're not
put yourself
putting
in,
in your work. Yeah. Totally agree. I love that.
So anyway, so this notion of I'm on the driving range late, it's like 8 o'clock at night, the lights are out. And I did that in Virginia too. The lights are out. I'm driving pitch black, just hitting balls.
Wait, I love that. Just alone.
I had one guy with me because I had to get the balls out. I didn't know how to get them. Riker, Riker.
That's so awesome.
So and he hits too. We both were hitting.
Oh, that's so fun.
Yeah, perfectly quiet and still.
Wow.
And so I was out. This is Mexico City. All lights are out. One guy's on there. He's got like lights from a golf cart flashing on. It's Bryson DeChambeau.
Shut.
You're like, of course, this guy is on the range list.
Yeah, he's
right.
He.
And then I'm walking out.
So awesome.
Everything's shut down. Everything, like all the fans are gone. All our workers are gone. There were probably like 10, 15 people on the entire resort.
Right.
And I'm walking out, lights over the putting green. I go over there. It's Brooks Koepka and Dustin Johnson. And I'm like, those guys have like 7 majors between them. And you're like, of course. Like, I just love this
Absolutely.
notion of never being outworked ever. And people think like Joel Embiid. I know sometimes people get on him in Philly, but in the off season, nobody worked hard on that guy. There's like, you can say like, well, how did he become the MVP? Oh, it was natural talent. No, it wasn't.
Yep.
That guy didn't start playing basketball till he was like 16.
Right.
He just worked and worked and worked. And so this notion of like success being accidental does not work. It doesn't compute. I've never seen an example of anybody who ever wanted to achieve anything in life get there any other way than working unreasonably hard.
Totally agree. And you can't get upset if you don't have something or if you didn't make it somewhere or whatever if you weren't giving it your 110% to it.
And which I don't talk about in this talk, but like life's about sacrifice.
Totally.
And so like, you're going to have to give something up because there's only so many hours a day. There's only so much focus you can have.
Right.
You have to eat, you have to sleep.
Right.
And so it's really interesting. It's like, and not everybody wants to make that trade, and that's okay too. You just do it intentionally.
For sure.
But what you can't do is not work and expect to be rewarded because it just hasn't come.
Completely.
My view.
Mic drop.
And I know you're an extraordinary hard worker, which I'm really grateful for. All our girls are.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Yeah,
It's good to see. It's one of the things I'm very passionate about, as you know.
Yes.
All right, number 5 is not going to come any surprise. I know I talk about this a lot, but focus on the flag.
Yeah.
Like have
Love
a
it.
vision of where you want to go.
Yes.
And I remember, not to drop another golf name, but Sergio Garcia, who is one of my favorites, former Masters champion. We were in a pro-am. I was like struggle bus. It was like my first or second week, and I was like in the woods, in the sand, in the water, and he, and he's trying to help me. Like I like this is the funniest thing.
I remember you.
Yeah, I would hit a ball, and he was just like this, and I was like, no. So, like, for real. But then he's like, he just kept saying, just focus on the flat.
Okay, I like that.
Nonsense here. Just
right.
And I don't think he was just talking about golf. I think he was talking about life. And I think there's this notion that like life will get hard, things will go wrong. I've been out of work, out of luck, and out of money a couple of times in my life. I've been broke. We've had foreclosure notices on the house. I mean, I've had a best friend has some real personal struggles. All this stuff happens in life. It just and it's this notion of having a vision of where you want to go and what you want to accomplish. It doesn't make it easier, but it tells you which door to open.
I love that. I love that so much. Question I would have for you. What would you say to someone who doesn't know where their flag is or what their flag is? Like they don't even know what they want in the end or what to focus on.
Yeah. Well, I'd say you got to do a bit of soul searching because, and it's okay. Like we've all gone through periods in our life where we're a bit directionless, and in that case, you just have to take a step in front of the other. I mean, that's you just have to keep going forward.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're gonna go backwards. But I would get some alone time. I would get an executive coach. I would get counseling. I would find a mentor, a teacher, a coach to help me.
I love that.
And I would start thinking about it. Doesn't have to be I want to be president of the United States.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It can be a 3-month goal, and so like here's what I want to accomplish in my job.
Yeah. Yes.
Or hey, I'd like to be promoted in the next 12 months. And then you go to your boss and you say, what are the 5 things you want to see from me, to do this?
Yeah.
And by the way, it might not happen, but then those 5 things and you're working on them.
Yeah. I love that.
It doesn't mean you accomplish a goal, but you might get to that point and say, you know what? I'm going to go work for so-and-so. Or, actually there's another department that actually can use these skills really well. So I would just say, it doesn't have to be a grand plan, but man, you do have to have some direction.
Yeah. Yeah. Love it.
Okay, and then number 6, which is my close, which is not quite refined, which is kind of troubling because I'm going to give this talk in about 10 hours.
I think less.
But it's why not now? Why not you?
I think that is so good. That is such that gives me the chills. So why not now? Why not you? That is powerful.
Half of that's borrowed from the great Amy Jo Martin, who is a friend of mine and from
Love
years ago.
it.
But I will say I like this notion of if you do all these things we talked about and you set your vision high enough and you dream big enough and you're willing to work hard and you take care of yourself and you take care of others and you become a charger and put chargers around you, I don't think there's anything you can't accomplish. And I think they're prepared, and I think this generation, man, they're different.
Mm-hmm.
They've been through a lot. Like they were in COVID when you shouldn't have been in COVID.
Yeah.
Middle schoolers.
They had the worst COVID.
They got beat the worst.
Yeah.
you know,
For sure.
and yet,
The most crucial years of
Yes.
like growing up.
but they love at such a high level. They accept at such a high level.
Yeah.
They don't see
It's amazing.
diversity to them is such a celebration of
Yeah.
difference. Like it's the
It's
first generation that
incredible.
comes out. This is a special group. It really is.
Totally.
I think they're gonna have their fair share of trouble and difficulties, just like all of us had. But wow, the world's in very good hands with these guys.
Wow, that like makes me want to cry. I totally agree. It's so true. It is so true. Yeah, I love that. Boom.
Yeah, so it's good. One of my last lines, I'll just read it. It says, go chase it with gratitude, grit, and joy. And always remember, in your highest highs and your lowest lows, you will love like crazy. Isn't that good? You're unbelievable.
That is so cute. I literally I cannot get it together. Holy crap. One of the girls after like the chapel tonight came up to Eliza and was like, your sister was sitting next to me and she was sobbing the entire People were like looking back. I like am having a hard time catching my breath. Like,
it's emotional time.
Man, yeah, it is.
For sure.
Especially because she's just like, she hates when he says, but she's our baby. Like, she literally is like,
She's not anymore.
she's my baby.
Yeah.
But she,
Don't say that to her.
I know.
You'll wreck the whole day tomorrow.
I know.
We have a lot of guests in, a lot of family in. Should be
So
fun.
much family.
Okay, let's go
It's
to the
great.
big time. We're going to the Mount Rushmore of Disney characters.
Shout out to Ryan Gregware because he said that this is what he wanted to hear from us.
Yeah.
We're taking a break from guessing Disney character. We are giving you each our individual Mount Rushmore of Disney characters.
Okay, so that means 4.
That's 4.
Do you want to go first?
Should we go back and forth?
Yes.
Okay, have you given this much thought?
A little bit.
Okay. Me too, a little bit. Okay, number 1 for me, obviously, is Eeyore.
It's me.
Obviously. Number 2 for me is probably Ariel because I played her in the play, so I have a special thing
Terrence, the best boy fairy in the history of Disney.
for her. He's the best boy fairy. Okay, 3 is I'm gonna say how like Disney are we talking here?
You got some flexibility.
Okay. But not like okay. This is so hard. Okay, I'm gonna say this one is gonna sound a little crazy, but I don't know if I should say this.
Say it.
Okay, it's the evil witch in Maleficent.
Good one. I'm going to say Flynn Rider.
Ooh.
Love his hair.
Right here.
I love the fact that he had a tough upbringing and made good in the end.
Yeah.
Good thief.
Yeah, great thief.
I take that.
It's crazy. It's a great thief. I would say my 4th one is, man, this is so hard.
It's not that hard.
It's so hard. Oh, duh, is Wendy from Peter Pan.
Oh. I'm going to say Hook.
Boom.
That's
There's-
my Mount Rushmore. I'm sticking to it.
Boom.
We want to hear your Disney Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, we want to hear your
Put
Disney.
it in the comment section. Ryan, other listeners. who may be
Yeah.
coming in.
Ryan, you better be dropping yours.
I would say share this, forward it,
Like, comment, subscribe.
like, comment. We
send
love
it
you. We
around.
appreciate you spending the time. I hear from so many people on the road. It's really fun. It's
Yeah,
really cool.
no, the support and love that we get from you guys is so unbelievable. We appreciate it so much. So thank you guys for watching. We literally would not be able to do this without you guys, and it means the world. So thank you. We love you. and
Girl
we'll see
dads
y'all
out
next-
there, stay strong. It's tough.
Bye.